And we trusted South Africa, in South Africa. And with our trust, they got the confidence. They got their confidence to organize this World Cup. And they can be proud. I would say now they deserve a 9 on 10. And the 9 on 10 at the university level is a doctorate summum cum laude. Summum cum laude. So it's the highest. So in a university, you will receive really something very special.
In the heart of Africa, on soil where football met rhythm, a tournament unfolded that was more than just a game. It was the summer of 2010. The world turned its eyes to South Africa, the first time the World Cup ever touched African ground. This was a World Cup of firsts. First time on African soil. First goal by Tshabalala that shook the world. First time Spain would rise, not as dark horses, but as kings of the world. It was loud. It was unpredictable. It was the land of the vuvuzelas, a stage where legends were born, and giants were humbled. This is the story of the 2010 FIFA World Cup. The goals, the glory, the heartbreak, and the moment football found its soul. In South Africa, in June 2010, the world came together for something more than just football. It was history in the making, a celebration, a promise, a dream fulfilled. For the first time ever, the FIFA World Cup touched down on African soil. South Africa, the Rainbow Nation, was ready to host the world, ready to show its soul. The atmosphere was electric from the very beginning. Not just in the stadiums, but in the streets, in the music, in the culture. The vuvuzelas roared, a wall of buzzing sound that filled the air with chaotic energy. For some it was noise. For others, it was the sound of Africa rising. Then came the first match, South Africa versus Mexico. And in the 55th minute, history was made. Tshabalala, sprinting down the left wing, received a through ball. One perfect touch, and then, boom. A stunning left-footed strike that rocketed into the top corner. The crowd erupted. The commentators screamed. Tshabalala ran to the corner flag, fists pumping, a celebration danced by millions. It wasn't just the first goal of the tournament. It was a symbol, a moment that said, Africa has arrived, and we belong here. As the group stage rolled on, something strange started to happen. Passes flew off course. Long shots behaved unpredictably. The culprit? The Jabulani, the new Adidas match ball. Players and pundits alike were baffled. It was too light, too smooth. It moved like it had a mind of its own. Goalkeepers struggled to read it. Strikers couldn't trust it.
You know what? It's basically a giant beach ball. That's what it is. It's an $200 beach ball, and I tell you why. It's the process that they've used to actually thermally bond it. And there's only 8 panels in there. When we played, there were 32 panels, and it was stitched. So therefore, when you kicked it, it had loft and it had drag. So you could swerve it, and you could put top spin or side spin, and you could work the ball. Yeah. Right? These balls.
You could. I used to head it and kick it. That's what centre halves do, mate. Come on, let's pass it on to Al.
Just explain it. Now, so what's happened is they've taken away all the drag, so the ball doesn't swerve or do what the player asks it to do. It just keeps on accelerating through, and that's why you're seeing all these balls flying over the bar, all the crosses over hit. Probably 80% of crosses, and to me, it's actually ruined the World Cup.
Should just say that.
But one man thrived under its chaos. Diego Forlán, the Uruguayan forward, played like he had studied the Jabulani in a lab. From long-range screamers to curling free kicks, Forlán found a rhythm in the madness. Game after game, he delivered. His technique was flawless, his confidence unshakable. While others were baffled, Forlán adapted and shined. By the end of the tournament, he had 5 goals and was awarded the Golden Ball. Uruguay made it all the way to the semifinals, and Forlán became a legend. But no moment in this tournament was more heartbreaking or controversial than what happened next. Ghana, the last African team standing, had the hopes of an entire continent on its back. In the quarterfinals against Uruguay, they fought with everything. Extra time, 120th minute. A goal-bound header, destined for history. Then came Luis Suarez. In a desperate moment, he used his hand to stop the ball on the line. A red card. A penalty. This was it. Asamoah Gyan, Ghana's hero, had the chance to send them into the semi-finals. a place no African team had ever reached. The stadium went silent. Gan ran up, and the ball smashed the crossbar. Silence turned into disbelief. Africa's dream was shattered in an instant. Uruguay would win the penalty shootout. Suarez became a villain across Africa and a hero back home. He didn't celebrate his goal. He celebrated the pain he caused. Football had never seen a moment like it. At the same time, another storm was brewing. England versus Germany, a clash of football titans. Germany took the lead. England pulled one back. Then came Frank Lampard's shot. It hit the crossbar, bounced well over the line, and came back out. The world saw it. The cameras saw it. But the referees? They didn't. No goal was given. Germany went on to thrash England 4-1. But that moment changed football forever. It was so blatant, so embarrassing, that FIFA was forced to act. That was the moment the world said, enough. Technology had to enter the game. As fans debated justice, a new kind of oracle emerged. Not a coach, not a player, but a sea creature, Paul the octopus. From a tank in a German aquarium, Paul predicted each of Germany's matches and got them all right. He even picked Spain to win the final. At first, people laughed. Then they watched. Then they believed. Paul became a sensation, a meme, a global icon. In a tournament filled with uncertainty, the octopus became the only one who seemed to know what was coming. And at last, the world turned to the final. Spain versus Netherlands. Spain had been building for years. A generation of talent that defined a new kind of football: possession, patience, precision. They weren't the most aggressive. They weren't the most explosive. But they controlled every game, with passes, with calm, with confidence. The final was brutal. The Netherlands came with aggression. Hard fouls, flying tackles, tension rising with every minute. The referee handed out yellow cards like flyers. But Spain kept playing their game. They waited. They believed. Then came the 116th minute. Andres Iniesta, quiet and composed, found the ball in the box. One touch, one strike. The net rippled. The stadium erupted. Iniesta ran to the sidelines, pulling off his shirt to reveal a tribute. Danny Jarque, always with us. A moment of personal love. A moment of global glory. Spain had done it. From underachievers to world champions. They had passed their way into immortality. And so, the curtain closed on the 2010 World Cup. But what it left behind was more than trophies or stats. It left moments, feelings, stories. Tshabalala's thunderbolt. The sound of vuvuzelas in the night. Shakira and Kanan giving us songs we still hum today. Gan's heartbreak. Suarez's hand. Lampard's ghost goal. Forlán's brilliance. Paul the octopus. Iniesta's triumph. The 2010 World Cup reminded us that football is not just a sport. It's emotion. It's memory. It's something we carry. For years, maybe even forever. South Africa didn't just host a tournament. It hosted a dream. And for one magical summer, the whole world came home. The 2010 FIFA World Cup wasn't just about who lifted the trophy. It was about the memories we still carry. About the way a single goal, a single miss, or a single moment can unite or divide millions. It gave us chaos. It gave us heroes. It gave us pain, joy, music, controversy, and magic. From the streets of Soweto to stadiums packed with hope, from vuvuzelas echoing in the night to Iniesta's strike that echoed through history. South Africa gave us a tournament we'll never forget. A World Cup that wasn't just played, it was felt. And maybe that's the beauty of football. Not in the perfection, but in the passion. If this video brought back memories, hit that like, tap subscribe, and let me know in the comments. What moment from 2010 lives rent-free in your mind? Thanks for watching, and until next time, keep the spirit alive.